everyone and welcome back. So today I'm going to do a huge favorites video of basically best of 2017 so far. I don't do monthly favorites. I don't know, I just feel it's a little bit disingenuous to say, oh, every month I've got 10 new favorite products. Honestly, if I have a favorite product, I tend to use that product for weeks and months and maybe even years. I thought I would do kind of my favorites products, beauty products for 2017 so far. So I might do another one at the end of the year if there's any new things that have been added to my yearly favorites, and I'll do another one maybe in December, but that's when like everyone does them. So I think it's kind of cool to do like one in between. On my phone, I've been keeping a list. Yes, I'm checking it twice. So I've been keeping a list of kind of all the products that I've been constantly using. Let's start with eyeshadow palettes. This is the Viz Art Neutral Matte. Honestly, if I had to get rid of all my palettes, and I could only keep a single palette, I swear to God, you guys, this is the palette I would pick. This is the Viz Art Neutral Matte, and I reach for this so much. I mean, I know it doesn't even look like there's wear and tear, but I have really used all the shades in here. This is a really sort of makeup artist kind of palette, all mattes. They're all exactly the same pigmentation. This is what I really love about this palette. Is, you know, sometimes you buy a palette and like some of the eyeshadows in the palette will be great and then others will be like chalky and some of them have fallout. Not with this one. With this one, every single eyeshadow performs exactly the same. You can just use this for so many different things. You can use this for highlighting. You can blend colors together, which I often do. Like I usually combine this one and this one for my perfect transition shade. I use this one here all the time on my brows because it's like an ashy gray brown. Sometimes I mix this one with this one for my brows. This one is great for warming up the eyeshadows. The black, I've used it for eyelining. This is just such a multi-purpose product. Yes, they're expensive, but honestly, I would buy it again in a second. So this is to me totally worth every penny. And I'm actually thinking of buying another palette from them. I really want the Dark Mattes palette by Viz Art. Okay, so the other palette that I've actually really been enjoying, and this, when I initially reviewed it, I wasn't like too crazy about it. This palette has grown on me, and it is the Sweet Peach palette by Too Faced. I've actually found this palette to be very versatile. So this side, I use basically this side over here for all neutrals, and I do feel like there's just a good range of colors for neutrals in here. And then this side, I've actually just started using the darker side recently. For example, the eye that I have on today, I used all the, not all, but I used only the dark shadows from this side of the palette. This is just a really good mix of colors, and I love the quality of Too Faced shadows. I think the packaging is good. Like I like metal, hard metal casing. I feel like it's very secure for traveling. Some of my favorite eyeshadows are by Inglot. People don't talk about these shadows as much because Inglot does not really do a lot of PR, and that's really their own fault. Like I think this brand really needs to step up in the PR department. They need to send out their products more to bloggers and to influencers and stuff, because these products are just so good. They are such good quality that it's such a shame that this company doesn't do more for its brand to promote their products. You know, this is a brand that's often just overlooked because they don't send out a lot of PR. Like I don't really ever see big influencers getting packages by Inglot with their releases. I think the products are excellent, so I mean, I don't really care. It's marketing, that's their thing. But these eyeshadows are so good quality, and they're so affordable for the actual quality that you get. They're just a million different colors. This is a palette that I've put together with myself with, you know, colors that just appeal to me. There's sort of darker ones here, lighter colors here. These are more like colorful shades. I love this palette system that they have. For example, you could just buy the shadows and put them into a magnetized palette. You don't really need to buy the Inglot palette if you don't want to. Like they fit into like a Z palette or something like that as well. These two eyeshadows are so pigmented. The blushes, I don't like the blushes as much, but this is another great contouring product. This is like my favorite contour. This is a really nice matte highlighter that's like really nice and light. Like these products are just so good. This perfume is so different, and this is the Diptyque Oud Palau. This is a unisex perfume. Actually, a lot of people actually prefer this perfume for men, but it is totally unisex. Like women, I mean, anyway, you can wear whatever perfume you like. I don't think perfume necessarily has to be gendered. Oh my God, it is so potent. It is an oud based fragrance, and oud is a traditional perfume that comes from the sort of Arab community, actually a tree. So the oud is a very particular scent that honestly a lot of people might not like. It's very pungent, it's very just deep and rich, and Oh my god, this fragrance is just absolutely incredible. The notes on this are just so complex and it lasts forever. It's so intense, like it's an eau de parfum. I feel like for the lasting power, the scent the price is justified, and also because the scent is so unique, every time I wear this I get people asking me what it is. So this is my absolute all-time favorite fragrance that I've purchased like this year, honestly, or that I've purchased in years. Brushes, you know, I'm always trying out like new brushes. I have so many different brushes from different brands, and the ones that I probably reach for the most, especially for face brushes, are my Hakuhodo brushes. And I have done several videos on Hakuhodo brushes, especially visiting their flagship store in Kyoto. I will have that video linked in that little eye in the corner in the info card. I went to Japan and I visited their flagship store in Kyoto, and honestly that was one of the highlights of my makeup experience, I guess. That was probably one of the coolest stores I've ever visited. I'm so obsessed with these brushes. They're expensive, but to me they're absolutely worth every single penny because, you know, I use them all the time and the quality of these brushes is just absolutely unparalleled. So soft, they're handcrafted, they're artisanal brushes made in Japan, like handmade in Japan, so you get what you pay for. These are the best makeup brushes that exist. Like, I'm sorry, no other brand compares. Hakuhodo makes a lot of the brushes actually for luxury brush companies. If you're wondering which brushes from my Hakuhodo collection I reach for the most, I'd probably say these four. This one doesn't have the number printed on it. This is from, like, I bought this a few years ago. This one I use mostly for bronzer because it applies the bronzer so lightly that this is great for lighter skin tones to put bronzer on. The new ones all have the number written on. So this is a big powder brush. This is the J104. I use this for mattifying like my whole face, just like doing a really light dusting of powder. It's so soft. And then this one, the B505, I use this for blush. Oh my god, it's just perfect for blush. It's like the perfect shape. And this one is my probably most used. This is the B5521, and you can use this for highlighting, but I actually like to use this for applying powder on my concealer. So I use this every time I put on concealer. I set my concealer with this brush with a bit of loose powder. And they also don't lose any hair. I hate when you're like powdering your face and then there's like brush hairs all over, so they definitely don't do that. Let's talk about highlighters. So honestly, this one is a recent purchase, but this is the one, since I bought it, I've been reaching for this like all the time, and it's the MAC Double Gleam Extra Dimension Skin Finish. It has that really sort of metallic, like wet look finish, like really, really metallic. So if you don't like a super metallic, if you want sort of more of a natural finish highlighter, then this is not it. You know, it looks great in video, it looks great on photos, and they also have some that are duochrome finish, and they also have some darker ones for darker skin. So I feel like they have a nice collection of colors in this release. This eyeliner comes as no surprise. I use it all the time, and it's the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. This is so inexpensive, just the perfect matte black, like jet black, matte black liquid liner if you want to do that cat eye shape, if you want to do that super intense long winged liner. Pick this up because it is so easy to use. Like, it's just a paint on brush. The brush is perfect. It's just the perfect material. It goes into like a perfect little point. It really doesn't smudge. You know, as soon as it starts drying out, you can just go and get a new one because it's not a lot of money. And it has also a ball. You can hear that, so you can shake it up, so it's good for, you know, shaking up the product inside. My favorite base, which I just use all the time, is the Matte Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. This is not a new favorite. This is a product that I've been using for years. You know, I try out different primers and I always come back to this because this not only helps the eyeshadow to adhere and like be more long lasting, but it also neutralizes any color that you might have on your lid. Okay, there's like a little fruit fly. I hate summer. It's the... I just got it. Yes! So I have like a little bit of redness on my eyelid. It's not irritation, it's just the color of my eyelids. Works like kind of like a concealer, like it conceals the redness, but then it also helps the eyeshadow to adhere. You know, I use so many different foundations and I'm always trying out new things. Like, one that I always kind of go back to is NARS Sheer Glow. So one foundation that's new for 2017 that I've been really enjoying, the Water Blend Foundation by Makeup Forever. You can use it for face and body, so you could, you know, if you're doing bridal or something, you could even put it all the way down your décolletage because it's not such a heavy foundation. So if you're looking for full coverage, if you're looking for super matte full coverage foundation, this is not it. This is great for like an everyday quick and easy to wear foundation that just kind of, evens out your skin tone, but you still can see your skin underneath. I mean, I'm lucky that I do have pretty good skin. I don't really have acne and stuff like that. I don't feel like I need a full coverage or heavy foundation just for every day. This kind of reminds me of the finish of some of the like cushion foundations that have become very popular in the past year. Only with this one, you get so much more product. It's 50 milliliters, and usually in the cushions, you get like 15 milliliters, something like that, 15 or 17 milliliters, something like that. It's very like fresh and natural looking. I really do love that foundation just for like everyday wear. I tend not to use that much in videos though. For videos, I do like something a little bit more full coverage, the Tarte Shape Tape. This is just a much hyped about product. I know everybody has used this, bought it, loved it. Now this is a very full coverage concealer. So I really use this if I feel like I have a lot to conceal under my eyes. If I have really dark, you know, rings under my eyes or dark circles, then I will use this. For example, with this one, it might look weird. If I use a light foundation and like a heavy concealer, I feel like that doesn't really work that well. But if I'm wearing more a full coverage foundation, then I will use a full coverage concealer just so it kind of everything looks very uniform, you know what I mean? I have this in 2 shades. This one is fair beige, and I think I also have fair, which is, I believe, the lightest one, and it's actually, I think this one's a little bit too light for me. The fair beige has a slightly pink undertone. This is, hallelujah, the best freaking tweezers on earth. You guys probably are familiar with Tweezerman. I used to buy Tweezerman all the time, and I thought, this is the best ever. I borrowed some tweezers from a friend once, and they were like, oh my god, what tweezer is this? This is like the best tweezers I've ever used. And they were actually a Swiss brand. And I was like, oh my god, how do I not know about this? Like, I live in Switzerland. These are the absolute best tweezers that I have ever used. These are called Rubis, also Rubis. R-U-B-I-S, Rubis, Switzerland. Of course it is. Like, it's made in Switzerland. It's awesome. Like, I'm sorry to be a snob, but stuff made in Switzerland is usually awesome quality. Like, they're expensive, but they are just the best. Now, the reason why these are so good is because they are so sharp. Like, if I wanted to get the tiniest little baby hair, like, it doesn't even matter where, I can pick out every little tiny baby hair. It grabs the hair like so perfectly. These are the slant edge, and these honestly blow Tweezerman out of the water. So I'll see if I can find a link for these. Removing makeup, to me, the only thing I ever use now, or just the main thing I use, are cleansing oils. I don't really mess with all these like oil-based makeup removers that you have to put on a cotton pad. I don't really use wipes to remove my makeup. So any kind of cleansing oil, I've tried a few different ones. The one that I'm currently loving is Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Oil, but I also have loved the one by L'Occitane. That one was the one I kind of first tried out and I loved it. I also tried the L'Oreal one. They make one that's from L'Oreal. It's the drugstore, kind of a little bit less expensive, but that one I think doesn't quite work as well as the sort of higher end brands. Oh my god, so revolutionary. Like, I don't really use anything else to just remove my makeup. So you basically, I would go like this into the bathroom, put this on my hand dry, rub it in, and then put it dry on my face. You don't want to mix it with water, and you don't want to put it on your wet face, because the oil, what it does is the oil like breaks up all the makeup. So it'll remove like gel liner, it'll remove really dark pigments and stuff like that. It'll remove waterproof mascara. Only then do you use a bit of water, you emulsify it, it kind of turns into a milky liquid, and then you rub it again and everything just like dissolves. You rinse it off with water. All the makeup is gone, and then I would go in and cleanse my skin with something else, but this is really just to remove makeup and stuff, and it works great. The Body Shop Skin Defense Multi-Protection Essence, and this is a sunscreen. This is an SPF 50. This is just like my favorite face sunscreen because it is so light. It has like a liquidy kind of gel texture. It doesn't have that rich, thick, heavy SPF 50 sunscreen feeling, even though this is an SPF 50, like, it feels so light. This is great underneath makeup. I try to apply this seriously every single day if I know I'm gonna be spending time outside. Can you see how like liquidy and runny it is? Like, it kind of almost runs down my hand, you know? Like, it's just very kind of watery, but it blends in really easy. It doesn't feel heavy. Like, it's just, I can't feel it. A hair product that I've absolutely loved since I cut my hair short again. I really like this kind of textured look. Like, I really don't like my hair to always look perfect. I always want it to look a little bit messy, you know, just like slept in, you know? I just like that kind of style. This is the Molding Mud Fiber Sculptor by Sebastian. And I have honestly been using this product off and on for like probably over 10 years. I don't really like to use a lot of hairspray, mousse, and stuff like that. So this works great for texturizing. It kind of gives that very undone, like beachy look. So it mattifies as well. So it gives that kind of matte look. So most of the texturizing, like in a style like this, is just this product by Sebastian. One of these things honestly will last you a really long time because you only need a tiny bit. You kind of emulsify it in your hand. Now I know some of you guys might say, well, I didn't really put any lip products, I didn't put any blushes in here. And the thing is, I'm always changing those around. I mean, yes, there are some lipsticks that are kind of my go-tos. I'm always trying out new things, so I just felt it was like a little bit disingenuous to say this is a favorite like lipstick when I'm always switching it up. If I do another one at the end of the year, like in December, then I will focus more on favorite blushes, favorite lipsticks, maybe favorite individual like eyeshadows and stuff, so like more colors and stuff. If you want to try any of these products, please check the info bar. I'll have them all linked where you can shop the links. I do use affiliate links. Remember, all my affiliate commission that I do make, I reinvest into my channel. I buy new camera equipment, I buy lighting equipment, I buy microphones and all that stuff. Using my affiliate links helps me to improve the quality of my videos here on YouTube. So thanks so much for using them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.